If you ever cried seeing your dog look confused, this video is for you.
It's got to be one of the hardest things about being a dog owner, right? Watching that furry best friend who used to be a ball of energy start to slow down. But sometimes it's more than just a little gray on their face or taking the stairs a bit slower. It's a kind of distance, a change you can't quite put your finger on.
Maybe you've seen it. They wander into a room and seem to forget why they're there, or they don't jump up like they used to when you walk in the door. If any of that sounds painfully familiar, listen, you are not alone. And it's not just them getting old. There's real science behind what's happening. And the best part? There are things we can do to help. Okay, let's get into it.
For so long, we've just kind of accepted these changes as, a sad but normal part of aging. But now, vets and scientists have put a name to it. They recognize it's a real, diagnosable medical condition.
It's called Canine Cognitive Dysfunction Syndrome, or CDS for short. And you can think of it as being a lot like dementia in people. It's a progressive issue in the brain that actually causes a decline in their ability to think, remember, and learn. So this isn't your dog being stubborn. It's a physical change happening inside their head.
So to make it easier for all of us, vets and owners alike, to spot the warning signs, there's a really handy acronym. It's a simple checklist, really, to help you track your dog's brain health, and it's called DISHA. Let's just quickly run through what that means. D is for disorientation. That's the getting lost or stuck in corners part. I is for interactions changing. They might not want to be petted as much, or they seem withdrawn. S is for a messed up sleep-wake cycle. Awake and pacing all night, but sleeping all day. H is for house soiling or having accidents inside. And the two A's? That's for new anxiety and changes in their activity levels. Just knowing what to look for is a huge first step.
Okay, so what is actually causing all of this? To get that, we need to talk about fuel. The brain is like this super high-performance engine, and it needs a constant supply of energy to keep everything running smoothly.
So a young, healthy brain is amazing at using its main fuel, which is glucose. But here's the problem. As the dog gets older, their brain gets worse at using that glucose. And this can start happening as early as 6 years old. This creates what scientists call an energy gap. The brain cells are basically starving for the fuel they need to do their jobs.
This whole energy gap problem led to a brilliant question. If the main engine is sputtering because it can't use its fuel right, could we fire up a backup generator? Is there another kind of fuel that could bridge that gap?
And it turns out there is. The answer comes from something called medium chain triglycerides, or MCTs. You might have heard of MCT oil. Well, it's a special type of fat, and when a dog eats it, their liver turns it into something called ketones. And here's the magic trick. An aging brain, even one that's struggling with glucose, can use ketones for energy, no problem. It's the perfect backup fuel.
Okay, that is a fantastic theory. But you can't just go on theory, right? You have to prove it. So researchers set up a big study to find out if putting this backup fuel into a dog's diet could actually make a difference for real dogs living in real homes.
And they did this the right way. We're talking the absolute gold standard of science. It was a prospective, double-blinded, placebo-controlled study. All that means is that nobody, not the owners, not even the vets, knew which dogs were getting the special diet and which were getting the regular one. That way, the results are completely unbiased.
So here's the breakdown. They found 87 senior dogs who were already showing the signs of CDS we talked about. For 3 months, 90 days, half the dogs ate a regular but still high-quality senior dog food. The other half got a test diet that was loaded with MCTs and this special brain protection blend. Think of it as a cocktail of good stuff like antioxidants, B vitamins, and fish oil.
So, for 90 days, the owners kept a close eye on their dogs, filling out those DISHA questionnaires. And everyone was waiting for the big reveal. Did this special food actually work?
First, let's look at the dogs on the regular food. And get this, even they showed improvement in 4 out of the 6 categories, which is amazing. It just goes to show that a good diet and a little extra attention can make a difference. But the test diet, well, it did even better.
It improved all 6. I mean, the results were just crystal clear. The diet with the MCTs and the brain-boosting blend showed significant improvement across every single one of the signs of canine cognitive dysfunction. Every single one.
But here's the part that really matters, the part that hits home. The 2 areas where the special diet made a unique difference were disorientation and those altered social interactions. Those are the 2 things that break our hearts the most, right?
This meant dogs on the diet were getting lost less, they were more engaged with their families, they were more like themselves again.
Now this is huge. Nutrition can be a game changer, but it's not a magic bullet. The truth is, the very best approach for our senior dogs involves more than just what's in their bowl. Things like keeping their environment interesting with puzzle toys or scent games, that keeps their brain firing. There are other supplements out there, and for some dogs, even prescription medications can help. Think of nutrition as the foundation, but it works best when it's part of a whole dog care plan.
And this whole idea that you can support a specific aging organ with specific nutrients, it's bigger than just the brain. We're starting to see this same pattern pop up in other areas of veterinary medicine too.
For instance, there's another really interesting study that found dogs with heart failure had way lower levels of an important antioxidant called coenzyme Q10 in their heart muscle. It suggests that the aging heart might be facing its own kind of energy crisis, just like the brain. It's all connected.
Okay. I know that's a lot of science, but it's also incredibly hopeful stuff. So let's boil it all down. What's the one thing you really need to remember for your old friend?
It's this: be proactive. Don't wait until the signs are really bad to do something. You can make small, smart changes to their diet and their daily routine right now that can make a massive difference in their quality of life. It's about helping them have the best, happiest golden years possible. This isn't just about slowing down the bad stuff. It's about actively promoting the good stuff. So that leaves us all with a pretty important question. It doesn't have to be a huge thing. Maybe it's a new food puzzle, or taking a different route on your walk so they get new smells, or maybe just scheduling that chat with your vet. What's one new thing you can do to make their world a little brighter, starting today?